Bro, Lord help the few protesters that went up to where the fuck it was and put guns in the face of the cops and spit and yelled in their face who are white because they
I ain't doing all that.
No, I'm talking about those who like
the ones that didn't want to stay at home.
That didn't want to stay at home.
Yeah.
I can't go get a haircut. I can't go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's your fault, cops. Let's kill this. Like they were talking about like killing the senators, killing their governors because they can't go outside. Are you kidding me?
Now they're nowhere to be found.
Why are you guys getting mad about? Listen to the police.
And some people are like, oh, it was his fault. Like, huh? Like, how can you be that just plain rude, like, and just...
Because people are sociopaths.
That's just disgusting. Like, why would you ever say that about someone who died by a person who's supposed to be protecting people?
Like, well, he must have done something. Like,
can we talk about how racism should be on like the index for like a mental incapacity where these people need like therapy?
Yeah.
Like, if you have to go to therapy for being like a narcissist or sociopath, or even just having like a personality disorder. You should have to go to therapy for being a racist. Because it's just, like, if you actually say the shit out loud, like, oh shit, this man got lynched, hung because of his skin color.
Yeah.
That sounds insane.
That sounds crazy.
The fact that you woke up and were so pissed, you saw a black man walking down the street and you're like, I want to hang this man, this and that. First of all, you're a serial killer if you've done it multiple times. Second of all, like, you're insane.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand how, like, over the past fucking 400 years, we have not, like, came to the conclusion that these people are unhinged.
Yeah. That when it comes to the police, it's crazy how, you guys see me on Snapchat, there's a lot of, like, tweets out there, even though they're, like, less than 2 or 3 sentences, they speak a lot of truth, man. There was one tweet that said, like, why does a lawyer have 7 years to know the law, but a cop gets 2 months and he gets a badge and a gun? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And they don't even fucking read you your Miranda rights half of the time, so.
No, dude. It's just wild right now. I do think that there needs to be reform. I mean, whether it be raising their wages, there's a debate about raising wages for police officers that maybe they might perform their job and their duties a little bit better. You know what I mean? Extending their training, having more psyche
it's like
evals.
more training, more psyche evals. I mean, just because you pay somebody more doesn't mean they're gonna
They're
change.
just gonna feel better about having more money now.
I mean,
and that feels more like a reward. You're paying them more.
Yeah.
That's true.
I feel like that would have to be something like over like the next 10 years or some shit.
Yeah.
Definitely not anything right now. And honestly, I think they should just abolish like police in general because like literally the police were founded off of being slave patrolmen. Like, so how could we not think that over generations that they aren't gonna do the same shit? Like,
Right. Well,
come
we
on
gotta
now.
have some form.
Yeah,
of
we
like,
gotta have, like,
government.
true, I think we have to have some form of it, but I'm just like, we have to,
whatever.
I feel like we would have to redesign it completely, and that would probably take a lot
I
of
feel
money.
like they should be
but-
maybe elected. I
Yeah.
mean, like within the communities or neighborhoods, like we elect
That would be,
this person
that's
to
actually a
govern
really good
our
idea.
community.
That's a really good idea.
But we'd have to do that on a massive scale of things. So like,
It would
it'd
But
be hard to.
they could do
You
it.
could start somewhere. Like you don't have to do it all everywhere. Like start in a major city. Say okay, for every neighborhood, there's gonna be this person who's in charge, and
The one person.
I don't know.
Well,
Like,
I was-
like, come on, man.
No, I get you though.
I get what you're saying, but
A
like,
team of people.
I was reading about something like this in certain cities. They have like these community, like, I forget what the
Neighborhood
name
watch.
of it
Neighborhood
is.
watch people?
It's not
Yeah, but,
necessarily
like,
the
They'll
neighborhood
have
watch,
more power.
but it's more like community based, and like the communities that actually have this are thriving, and they have very low crime rates. And like you just have to have like trust within your community.
Yeah.
And I feel like
hold each
nobody
other
trusts
accountable.
cops.
Yeah, nobody trusts him.
And it's just
Everybody
like
hates
there's
them.
no exactly. Their entire image is tainted. And like to go back with the rioting thing, how they're like, oh, once you start rioting, it defeats the purpose, blah blah blah. And they're saying that they're viewing all protesters as rioters and everything like that. I'm just like, that's so fucking funny because you guys are always talking about like, oh, not all cops are bad. How the fuck are we supposed to believe that?
Listen, man, everybody go right now. Just stop what you're doing right. Pause the podcast. Go, pause the podcast. go watch on Netflix Chris Rock's Tambourine. Yeah. Go watch his stand-up because literally he says the smartest thing in the world, like where he says like where they would say, we don't have bad cops. Like bad cops are bad. We just got a few bad apples. You know what I mean? He's like bad apples. There's some profession that just can't have bad apples. Your pilot, you can't have a couple bad apples in a pilot.
Yeah, airplane pilot.
Right. Most of our pilots like to land. We just got a few bad apples that crash in the mountain.
Yeah, that's true, man.
The same thing with doctors. You can't have bad apples as doctors.
No.
Like, yeah, we got a few bad apples that can help you with your
what,
surgery.
What happens,
but you also might die. Who knows?
What happens when a doctor doesn't perform their jobs? Their license is taken away and they cannot perform again.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
That shit.
These niggas got a license to kill, literally.
It's insane, honestly.
Right. Dude, honestly, I say, before we get off this topic, unless you guys have any questions for me or anything to bring up, I just say that from what I've seen from rubber bullets, man, I just think, like, just give cops rubber bullets and just leave it at that. Honestly.
Like, don't give them real bullets?
Just don't give them real bullets.
Yeah, honestly, like...
But
that shit does damage.
Bro, that shit
and
does damage.
if somebody's running away from you hitting with that, like, they're not
they're
gonna
on
keep
the
running.
ground.
Yeah, I'm done, bro. Please don't hit me no more.
Like, alright, shit, you got me. Shit,
I'm done,
damn.
bro. Listen, man, I ain't dead, but this shit hurt like a bitch. Hey, bro, just take me, bro.
Imagine getting. Did you see that dude's eye?
Yeah, Walter, your buddy.
That was in Fort Wayne.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
this man can't see for the rest of his life because he tried to stand up for us. You know what I mean?
That's sad as fuck, man. But I mean, every good thing that's ever happened in this country has started from protests and riots and shit. So hopefully something comes out of it. It's not just a waste of all our time.
Yeah. Last point is that I hate again. Stop trying to correct people on the right way to protest because honestly, is there a right way to protest? Why am I protesting in the way that the opposition wants me to act? That makes no sense.
Yeah,
honestly.
That's super stupid.
It's really fucking stupid. And like, we can't take a knee. We can't, whatever during the Pledge of Allegiance. We can't.
He lost his job for kneeling, bro.
Right.
Are you
now
kidding me,
even
bro? That's crazy.
Because when we do it peaceful enough, we do it like lightly enough where they can ignore it. Our issues aren't heard or witnessed.
It doesn't matter.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100. Every time I see people kneeling, I just feel like people are just laughing. Like, I've always felt that way. Like, I understand it, but I'm just like, this shit is not working.
Yeah. No.
This shit, I mean, it doesn't work. Nobody gives a fuck about people kneeling.
It was a statement at first.
Yeah, it was a statement at first. Like, I completely respect it and everything, but it's just like, after like so much time, I just feel like people just start mocking it and like just not like every time I see peaceful protests, I truly believe that like racists and like everyone that's like watching that shit on Fox News and shit like that, I truly think they be laughing like, look at these niggas just standing around. Literally, that's what.
I mean, you ain't wrong though.
What if everybody just went out and just sat down in the street?
I would truly think people would be like, they look stupid.
Like, we just didn't move, bro.
Well,
like,
but
like, just stay there.
But people have done that, though.
Yeah, we've done that. I've been a part of this.
Everybody.
Yes, you know what happens? They spray your ass in the eyes when you're sitting down and you just sitting there
They sit on the sidewalk.
Do you remember at Ball State, like a couple years ago, where they had like a, I don't remember what they call it, but like, was it a sit-in where people, it was like when everybody just stood in the fucking hallway and just like did
it was a walkout.
No.
It was a walkout?
Yes,
no, it wasn't the walkout.
No, because I did the walkout in 2015.
Was that what it was in 2015?
Yeah, because that was the first, with Eric Garner, I Can't Breathe. And we all literally all left class and went to the bell tower, and then we all just like laid down like we're dead.
No, I don't think I was here for that.
Yeah,
I think I'm thinking about when I was at my other school.
Yeah, because that's what I was a part of my sophomore year when we did that.
But we did something at my other school where we just like basically did something along those lines, and I just remember the whole time I was like, this is stupid. Like nobody gives a fuck about what we're doing right now.
I mean, I like what a lot of people are doing with the Blackout Tuesday, like going further than just making a post, but like not spending their money anywhere.
Yeah.
Like that. That's what can really hurt them because they thrive off of this.
Blackout Tuesday did kind of come right away, and I was not prepared for it because not everybody got the exact rules on what we're trying to accomplish. I know because when it first came out, then people had to go back and say, "Hey, don't tag Black Lives Matter into it because now it's blocking out the thread.
Yeah.
And now people can't find the information, the videos, and it's blocking. It's counterproductive. And then it's like, okay, just don't post as a black square, but also post the places to do donations or free people who are in jail, or to also support businesses that were affected. Like, also talk about voting. Like, it was also like, hey, black out, but also post these other things outside of your usual memes and selfies and your food you ate today and things like that.
Yeah, so if they would have made this like last week and made it more clear, because I honestly wasn't sure of what
confused
it
why.
meant.
Yeah.
It took me like a couple of hours throughout the day to be like, oh, so this is what this is supposed to be.
Right.
And
Well, I think it started with the music industry.
Yeah, that's what I saw too.
Apple did that shit today with like.
Yeah, we're not selling anything. Nobody can do interviews or anything. It's just
the radio.
That's how it
Seriously,
was.
that's how it is.
You go to this right here.
That's crazy.
I don't know if it's still here or not. No, it's gone now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like it was like this black screen. It said listen, so you can do.
Last thing I wanted to say, like if there was like a huge like worldwide march, would you guys want to join them? Like would that be something that you
like
like
every
Martin
state
Luther King type shit?
Oh no, yeah.
For sure.
Right.
I definitely would be there. I wouldn't be in the front, but like yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably be way back in the middle.
No, I mean, we low key would be like, I'm still want to like see some stuff, but I'd be like,
because I know it could get.
I'd be second from the front, low key. I mean,
the police would really be on some bullshit.
Bro, the police they gonna still go for rubber bullets. They gonna call him a chopper gunner.
They gonna have the SWAT team, the military. They gonna be out there trying to get us back home.
Bro, it'd be like Call of Duty Warzone. They have a UAV inbound. They gonna drop a nuke on it.
That's just, I don't understand. Like at that point, you should just let us do what we have to do, right? Like, why are you fighting it? It's not like we're hurting anybody.
But they can't though because it's
Like, I know it's blocking traffic. Oh, sorry.
It's blocking traffic, but it's in case. It's in case. It's a safety enough for them. It's in case things get wild. Because imagine, let's say the police.
They can be there.
Right, they can be there. Let's say they didn't show up in full force gear for Trump. You know what I mean? Oh.
Yeah, because it's like.
But I understand you being prepared, but like, they just start attacking us. It's like.
Oh, 100% no. When you pepper spray little girls, like I think you're doing a shitty job as a cop. 100%. Like it makes no sense.
Yeah, so one of my friends, she has her own t-shirt business. It's on Instagram. It's called BT3. Everybody check that out.
You spell it out for me?
But it's DEESTEES _ Eli, can you somehow incorporate this into the comments or whatever? So yeah, she's doing this thing where she's making either customized Black Lives Matter theme t-shirts or I think she has a couple that says I can't breathe. Different things of that nature.
Yeah.
And basically, they're $20 and you can choose whatever organization you want to donate that $20 to. So all the proceeds are going to different organizations to help protesters, to help people rebuild. She's has a lot of orders in right now, so it's doing pretty great. But she's trying to hurry up and get them out while everyone's protesting right now.
Absolutely.
So if you guys could support that, that would be great. It's a great cause. That's one thing that you could do to help the movement.
I actually do plan on buying two. I'm gonna buy a tank top for the gym so people can see it. I'm gonna buy one t-shirt for the bar that people can see it.
Yeah, that's dope. Shout out to her. I would definitely buy one for sure. 100%. I hope like she takes a little cut of it too. Like I want her to.
No, she's
it's
not.
Like she's losing
she's
money.
like she's for the people.
Also,
She's not
that's
playing.
huge,
She
man.
protested in Chicago. She's been in the streets helping these people. So shout out to you.
Hey, shout out to people who are brave enough because I've been chilling, bro. Like,
Right.
Not trying to get hurt.
History book's gonna look back. We gonna have BT3 back to the topic. 30 years from now, we got kids, and our kid would be like, "Papa, what'd you do? Papa, what'd you do in the protest?" Like, oh, I was hiding.
I mean, if it's gonna be
I
that
know.
historic, I'll probably end up going outside. And
Oh,
plus,
all right.
I'm doing the Muncie one on Thursday.
Yeah, that counts for something.
Right.
That does count.
I'm gonna catch.
I just want to get hit in the face with a rubber bullet.
Right, catch Walt hiding in the trash can. Right.
In a trash can?
Hey man, I'm like, bro, Quincy.
Why you gotta be in a trash can?
I can't just be hiding behind a bush.
Right.
My car is chilling. Oh my god, in the trash can.
Damn.
Why gotta be dirty? Don't be a dirty ass nigga, huh?
Hey man, the bush ain't gonna block bullets, bro. Hey man, it's Warzone rules, bro. You gotta hide in a hole somewhere. You can't hide in a bush. They don't see you.
Yeah, that's true, bro.